Well, in our next segment, OYO has closed its doors to unmarried couples with new guidelines effective this year, which bar them from checking in. The directive launched in Meerut may be expanded to other cities as well. My colleague Aishwarya Anand is here with an on-ground report on what India's youth feel about this move and if the policy is even legal.
If you're an unmarried couple looking to book an OYO, well, tough luck. According to the company's new guidelines, unmarried couples will not be allowed to book a room on OYO hotels. The firm would require proof of marriage for couples to make any bookings. According to OYO, the push for this policy has come after repeated requests from local hotel owners who have sought the discretion to deny access to unmarried couples, something which OYO previously did not allow them to do. While the directive right now is restricted to Meerut, it may also be expanded to other cities. Before we dive into the whys and hows of this, let's get a sense of how the young people feel about this policy.
Unmarried couples को आने नहीं देना चाहिए क्योंकि वो लोग शायद बाद में जाके मैरिड हो जाएं और उन लोगों को शायद ट्राई करना हो अपना रिलेशनशिप कि कैसा है, किस बातचीत है, कैसा चल रहा है, एवरीथिंग हैज़ अ मतलब मीनिंग. सो आई थिंक उन्हें अलाउ करना चाहिए.
वो जो कर रहे हैं वो सही है, बाकी हमें भी देखना चाहिए. जैसे हम लोग क्या क्या करने जा रहे हैं वो हमें को पता, सबको पता है जो क्या करने जाते हैं.
क्यों यार, लोग चिल करने भी जा सकते हैं.
ओयो अगर माइंड में आता है तो फिर एक ही थिंकिंग घूमती है माइंड में.
आई एम अगेंस्ट द आइडिया ऑफ ओयो बैनिंग अनमैरिड कपल फ्रॉम एंटरिंग द प्लेस. इंडिया में इतनी कहीं प्राइवेसी है नहीं जहाँ पे वो लोग बैठ के बात कर सकते हैं. So they find places like OYOs and other hotels where they can have some private talks or maybe share their ideas. So it's not just about physical intimacy or anything like that.
I don't believe that like any corporation or organization should have the right to decide whether people who are not married or married, for that sake, should be able to check in into a hotel. Then it also really makes you feel like, what personal right do you have? Like, what can I do as an individual in a country which is democratic?
So if one hotel starts doing it, the society that we live in, is there a fear that this could have a ripple impact as well?
ये पॉलिसी मुझे ठीक लग रही है क्योंकि बिकॉज यहाँ पर ओनर्स को बहुत बार कुछ पुलिस ने हैरेस करना पड़ता है और कुछ और भी चीज़ें होती हैं. सो अगर ऐसा हो रहा है और उनके ऊपर इम्पैक्ट आ रहा है तो डेफिनेटली वो अगर उनके ऊपर ही वो चीज़ छोड़ी गई है तो उनका बनता है उस चीज़ को पूरा एक्सरसाइज करना.
I really don't support it because couples who are not married also need personal space.
In a statement to CNBC-TV18, OYO clarified it has been receiving feedback from civil society groups in Meerut on the issue. It also added that residents from Meerut and few other cities had petitioned OYO to disallow unmarried couples to book rooms in its hotels. The company says its policy follows local social sensibilities. But the question remains, is this new policy legal? OYO clearly states on its website that there is no national law against stays by unmarried couples. The website states that guests need to be above 18 years of age and need to produce valid identity proof at the time of booking.
Article 21 has already incorporated the right to privacy. This policy of OYO infringes the values of Constitution enriched in Article 21, and also it is contrary to the values and the principles of Constitution in Article 15 and 14 as well, because 15 prohibits discrimination as such, and we are all entitled for right to equality. This policy cannot be sustained. This is not legally sustainable. It is absolutely illegal. Today, the discrimination is just against unmarried couples. It's against LGBT community, which has been recognized by law, and consenting adults can have legal relationships as such. Tomorrow, they may digress into the domain, which is a very dangerous domain, on caste, on religion as such. People who cannot be checked in. The law is very clear on those. Deficient identity documents, apprehension that he may have committed a crime or may commit a crime as such. There are disqualification scenarios for not checking the people. And who will ascertain the relationship of two consenting adults? They are not experts. What if the foreigners walks in? Will they also would like to send a message that India is going back to dark ages to the entire world as well?
We understand that with this effort, OYO is looking to position itself as a hotel chain for families, business personals, solo adventurers and travelers. Sources have told us that currently on the platform, the unmarried couples category is bringing in less than 10% of the business. With camera person Saurabh Chauhan, Aishwarya Anand in New Delhi for CNBC-TV18.